welcome back to my channel. Thanks again for watching. So, like I mentioned in my previous video, I've just come back from Norway. I went to do a lot of outdoor activities. We went kayaking, climbing, trekking, camping. So I lived outdoors in nature, which was absolutely amazing. So in this video, I was just going to give you my sort of top tips or just essentials to pack when you are going outdoors. If you're ticking off that checklist and you're thinking, is there anything I've missed? Here is what I'd suggest to bring. So I'm going to start from the essentials. These were my essentials anyway when I was out in Norway, but I went trekking to Nepal and I did Annapurna base camp, and I pretty much took this very similar stuff. So, eye mask. I absolutely lived with this. Norway, there was daylight 24/7, so these were amazing. But if you're camping and the sun comes up really early, yeah, you want to have these. Sorry, my hair is an absolute mess now. And earplugs. This thing has quite cool things that you can just put earplugs in. So if there's a racket or if people are partying outside your tent, you can sleep well. So that's essential number one. Essential number two, obviously, I mean, it's quite obvious, sunglasses. If you're doing outdoor activities, whatever you want, sunglasses are a must. Sun cream, or in my case, I have zinc. So it's this like really strong protection. It's total protection. I often use it when I go surfing as well. You get them in like white, pink, you know, you see like cool surfers which have got pink stripes on their face. That's what it is, it's zinc. So I often use this, but sun cream as well. Do not forget sunscreen, especially when you're outdoors. It's really hot, you forget how strong the sun is and you get burnt, so don't forget sunscreen. Other essential, people may laugh at you, but believe me, they won't be laughing when they need to get to the toilet without tripping in, I don't know, cow muck or something. It's the head torch. This is incredible. Well, I didn't need it in Norway because obviously there was, well, in the north of Norway, there was daylight until about, well, all night. So yeah, didn't need this there at all. But when I was in Nepal and it was pitch dark in the middle of a mountain, this was brilliant. If you're going camping in this country anyway, in the UK or wherever you may be, unless there is daylight 24/7, you will need a torch. And I've got a cute little pouch to put it in. Other essential is wet wipes. If you haven't got them, get them because they're a lifesaver. You might have no showers, or you just might get sticky when you're eating, or you just feel disgusting so you want to wipe. There we go, wet wipes are amazing. And my next essential is a Swiss knife. We use this quite a lot. This is quite a small one, but Ellen I was with, she had quite a huge one. Huge, quite a big one. We used it, you know, this got a knife in it which we use to cut our food. Bottle opener, if you fancy a cheeky drink, or you can undo knots. It's just really, really handy to have when you're outdoors. So clothing wise, I'm going to start from my feet. I always believe in really good shoes. I bought these when I went trekking in Nepal. I trekked in them about 10 days. They are Salomon. They weren't really cheap. I think they were about £120. But I trekked in them for 10 days. My feet were absolutely fine. But you don't have to spend that much. I bought them from Go Outdoors and I tried on about 10 different shoes. They are just the ones that felt comfiest on my feet. Unfortunately, they were like the most expensive. Well, not even the most expensive in the sort of trekking that I went to do, you know, not leather boots, really hard ones. So they're nice and soft. So good shoes, just make sure you get good shoes and that you break them in before you go away, especially if you're going trekking. Next we have socks. I bought these, I think, from Trespass. They're woolen socks. I've got these, and then these blue ones get even thicker. And these, so I bought about 3 pairs. Didn't use them in the day because it was way too hot in Norway. I used them in Nepal trekking, but I use them for sleeping. So it's always worth taking them with you. You don't want to have cold feet. And when it was really hot in the day, I had these thinner socks, which are from Decathlon, I think, yeah. Any thin socks for trekking. You can probably get them in any outdoorsy shops. Right, so we've done our feet. Next up, we've got our legs, clearly, obviously. And I took these trousers, which were brilliant. My sister got these again from Decathlon. So the brand is Quechua, which if I could show you, I don't know if it'll come. Yeah, there we go, Quechua. So these are long trousers. Sorry, I'm out of focus now. But as you can see, I've unzipped that side there. So I'll show you now. It's super easy. I love these because you just take one pair of trousers, and then if you're too hot, you just unzip them and they become shorts. They're super light, really, really light. And then if you get cold, you just put them back on. They are brilliant. Definitely recommend having a pair of them. Again, you can find them in any outdoors shop, but I'll put the link onto Decathlon if you've never heard of it. It's a super duper outdoors shop, which I love. Right, what else did I take? I took these leggings because obviously those aren't really stretchy. These are like more trekking boots, but we went climbing, so I needed something stretchy. So I took just sports leggings. These are, I put these in my last Primark review, the marble ones. They were too hot for trekking, but they were ideal for climbing, you know. They are done for gym. So I took these, and then I took shorts as well. They're like waterproof board shorts, you know, like the ones that you can go surfing in. Yeah, these. These were just ideal for kayaking. You could just wear a bikini and get a wet bum, but if you didn't want a wet bum, you could have these and they dry really quick. Next up, if you're a lady, do not forget a sports bra. I lived in my sports bra for all my time that I was in Norway. This is an Under Armour one, whatever you like. I like being bright, as you can tell, and I often wore it as a bikini, so if it was too hot and I was trekking and I had a t-shirt on, I just ended up taking it off, and who cares really, it's like a bikini. Next up are t-shirts. So I took, I think, only a couple of t-shirts. So you want to be packing light, don't forget, you're outdoors. You might not be smelling of roses, but you know, you do not want to be carrying kilos on your back. So I got this one from when I used to compete. It's one of those, not sweatproof, you know, what they call technical material. So it takes all the sweat, absorbs the sweat. Which is quite nice. I do find sometimes they do make you smell a little bit worse, but it's really good, because then the other t-shirt I took is just like a cotton one, just a normal cotton t-shirt, which was nice and light. But when I was trekking and I was sweating, this got absolutely dripping, so I ended up taking it off, whilst the other one does absorb all the sweat. And then one more t-shirt I had, well, I got given this. Thanks, Ellen. It's a technical t-shirt from Helly Hansen. Just really nice and light. It'll keep you cool when it's warm and not extremely hot, because I was dying. I woke up in it and I was so hot. So yeah, I even ended up sleeping in it. And then finally for our upper body, we've got jumpers. So I've got one thin one from Regatta, a nice bright one, and I love this. I wore this so much even in Nepal in the sort of evening, or I even wore it trekking when I was in Nepal. It's nice and light, again probably absorbs the sweat, whilst in the evening and in the night when it's really cold, I've got a bit of a thicker one, which I normally just wear for traveling. So if it doesn't fit in your bag, just wear the thicker jumper. So yeah, this is just bought this one again from Outdoors, Go Outdoors probably. Essentials for sleeping. I learned this from the Norwegians, so thank you Norwegians. Woolen underwear. They could not stress enough that I needed woolen underwear. I've got a top, so it's a long sleeve top. I'll show you. Like this. And it's not itchy at all. And then I've got, they look like, you know, long johns basically. And I only ended up sleeping in them, but they were amazing, because when it's really cold, they will keep you warm. And I suppose if it gets wet, it dries quicker, or it doesn't get wet. Other essentials, hair bobble, if you're a girl. Again, very colourful, goes with my sports bra. Thin gloves I've got, didn't use these in Norway, but I did use them when I was trekking in Nepal. They're just nice and thin if you're trekking and it's chilly. I bought these in Norway, but any outdoor shops will have them. These are quite cool. They've got like the little touch thing. But I mean, you're outdoors, you don't need to be using a phone. That's the nice thing of being outdoors, isn't it? In the middle of nowhere, if you want to let go from the rest of the world. And an adapter if you're lucky enough to have power. I've got one of these cool ones where everything flicks out, flicks in. You can go anywhere in the world. But yeah, so that's another essential. And one more, I nearly didn't pack it because I was going, it's summer, it's hot, and I was going to the north of Norway where it apparently, well, normally it's cold, but apparently it was really hot when we were there. But I was happy I took it, and that is my woolen hat. I ended up sleeping in it the first night, I was so cold. But obviously for the day, don't forget a cap as well, because if it's hot, you do not want to be having sunstroke. I've had it once, I had a hat on as well, and I do not recommend it. Another thing for your head, if it's too hot to wear a woolly hat, if you don't want to wear a cap, then I love this. I wore this a lot when I was in Nepal. So it's one of those things that covers your ears, which I love because I get really cold ears if it's cold and you're trekking. Don't forget, if it's raining, well, you always want to take one anyway, just in case. And if you come from the UK, you probably already got one. There's a rain jacket, raincoat. So yeah, don't forget one of them. And if you do have them, I would highly recommend taking waterproof trousers. I bought a really good pair to go to Nepal and I can't find them, but I borrowed some from a friend. My top tips are, I think when you're going outdoors, pack light. They say there is no bad weather, just bad clothes. So make sure you've got like a thin t-shirt you can put on, a jumper. Like they say, onion dressing. You can dress or you can undress easily, just take layers off. Try not to use your phone as much. I know it's really hard. I ended up doing Instagram stories. It's beautiful out there. Make the most of it. So yeah, thanks again for watching. I hope it's been a little bit useful for you. Ticked off those lists. If there's anything that you think I've missed, please let me know. I would love to hear if there's any essentials that you have when you go outdoors doing any sort of activities. And I will see you next time.